the first thing that I typically hear is, well, my wife's naggy, or she's never happy with me, or those. I kind of want to set that aside, and with that kind of response in mind, kind of challenge you with it, because I know what my answers are, but I'd love to hear what you say for guys who are like, well, like, it's not worth it. My wife XYZ.
Can I give you a cheat code? Here's the problem. Most people, when people, we as guys, we hear, yeah, the key to a healthy relationship is communication. Cool. We get that. Like, guys, for us, most of the time for us guys, we like very direct communication. So here's what we did. Here's what my wife, Maggie, and I do. We have literally what we call cheat codes. And what we did is we sat down and we line out what are the things that I want from her, aka need from her, and what are the things that she needs from me in order to feel loved, appreciated, and to have a happy, healthy relationship. This is no holds barred. So when you sit down on this, you have to really go into it with the mindset of like, you can talk about the deepest, darkest things that you need. You can talk about the most minimal things. It could be something that you may not even think is a big thing, but for them, it's massive. And so I can give examples if you want. I can give examples of things that are key for us in order to maintain this level and love and appreciation, that you're not having this nagging thing. Because what happens is, in my opinion, most relationships go into it with this forethought that both sides can read each other's minds.
Right.
And they sit there and they're like super frustrated on, I don't know why this person isn't doing this. I don't know why he doesn't put the seat down on the toilet. I've told him a million times. Or maybe you haven't told him a million times. Or he doesn't take the trash out. I don't know why he just doesn't do it. Or I don't know why he just doesn't do this. Or I don't know why she keeps nagging at me or keeps telling me all these things, or I feel like I'm not appreciated for the things that I do to help this family grow and be successful and be able to provide for this family. Problem is that both people have expectations that aren't clearly communicated. And if they're not clearly communicated, you have no ground to stand on and you have nowhere to go. Right. And so just like in business, if I don't have goals and I don't have expectations of where I need to go and expectations on how I'm actually going to get there, then I'm not going to be successful. I'm flying blind. And so most people, in my opinion, that are struggling in their relationships are flying blind. And so what they need to do is sit down and have a very transparent, open conversation about what it is that they want in the relationship and what they need in the relationship to feel loved as an individual. Because if you actually join forces together, as Maggie is my partner in life and my best friend, I really want to make her happy. And so whatever she tells me, I don't really care what she tells me. I'm going to do it because if that's what makes her happy, that's going to make me happy. So she could tell me the craziest thing in the world, but like, I don't care because I'm going to try to do it to the best of my ability to please her and to create a better relationship.
This is really good. So I've talked a lot about love languages, which I don't think I've ever even read the book, but you can go take the test online and it's pretty clear. It's pretty. So my wife and I are complete opposites. Like I mean, if you looked at what a man typically should want and what a woman should typically would want, I would fall on the other side. And I have a lot of friends that fall on the other side. I love the touch, the affection, like, and she's like, service, acts of service and gifts. Like, so if I don't rub your butt all the time, it doesn't like turn you on. She's like, no.
Yeah, right.
But
exactly.
But what I like about this is it goes so much deeper. And I think this is a really strong key to a really good marriage, because my wife and I kind of have that. Like that love languages thing was kind of a starting place. We're like, hey, honey, I'm not feeling like, remember that I like touch. So like, ding, 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 just keep that in mind. That goes a long way for me. And the funny thing is for a couple of weeks, sometimes a month, sometimes however long, she's awesome at it. And I know that she's doing it intentionally. And there's almost like a superpower to that. And we get even more connected. But boy, taking that to a place where you have like these cheat codes, like I'm going to give you the code to success for me.
Yes.
What it does is it fulfills one of the things that I've talked about. I called it the 100% principle, which whatever, you can name it whatever you want. But I believe as a man in a marriage, you should be focused on giving 100% to your wife, not worried about what she's going to give.
Yes,
like,
absolutely.
And how do you do that? You ask her exactly how to fulfill that.
Absolutely. I would challenge any man right here. And I've actually done this with friends who are in that situation where they've brought up the idea of doing cheat codes to their wives, and their wives are like, I can't do that. That makes me way too uncomfortable. And I challenge them to do it themselves without any thought. So it's like, cool, no problem. You don't have to do it for me. The expectation is not there. My request is I want to serve you better in this relationship, and I want to please you. So what I would like for you to do is just list out the things that I can do that will make you happy.